Hey guys, welcome back to some Guilded Guardians. Today's video, we're going to be getting ready for the Frostmire. Now we know it is 2 more days and only 2 more days before the new content is going to be released. It's going to bring a lot more to the adventure mode. It is also going to bring that tier 7 gear, and also it is going to bring new legendary heroes that are coming to Guilded Guardians. So I want to check those out in just a minute. But first of all, I want to look at the crafting. Got a lot of questions about crafting. You can see my bags in here are an absolute mess. I've been building and I've been stockading a lot of my my intelligence gear, as well as stockading a lot of my strength gear. Now the reason is, when you think about really having the power on both sides, we're trying to get and really set up a lot of the gear that we can get building up that tier 7 gear. So I want to stack these up because, again, next 2 days we can really systematically clean all this out, get it all ready and set to go ahead and accept and start crafting that tier 7 gear right off the bat. Now, in addition, the big thing in here is when you look at these logs, even when you look at the wilderness ore right here, this is what we've been saving and farming out of the adventure mode with all of these. So my assumption is, and again, we haven't seen confirmation of this, is when we get to the new heroes, when the new heroes are dropped and when the new gear drops, we're going to have the ability to use these small material chests in a massive bulk, meaning that I can use all the stuff that we already have pre-crafted in that bag to build a lot of tier 7 gear right out of the gate. And then of course, everything else, we've just been kind of saving, sacrificing a lot more heroes, getting our team built up to accept and really receive that tier 7 gear. We don't know exactly how tough and how strong the Frostmire is going to be when we get into the new adventure mode, but I'm thinking where we're at on level 85 already, looking at my Guardians already at level 190. And of course, we did get super lucky with Leah, continuing the progression with the rest of the Guardians. But then the question kind of comes, at what point does free-to-play players really have a future in this game? It seems like right now it's very bleak. Don't know if that's going to be any changes, any updates, or any of that in the future when it comes to these heroes in general. Because of course, looking at founder heroes, looking at a majority of the Generation 1 heroes, there is no way to get those heroes at all. And it's very, very limited to the players, or really the play to earn aspect of this game if you are a complete free-to-play player. But let's hop over. I want to take a look at the new Guardian that is coming. And right here he is, Tol'vir the Earth's Fury. Now this, of course, is the second one where we're getting Liska, the Arctic Fox, and this is the second one that we're getting. Both of these are going to be the Generation heroes. Both of these are also going to be legendary. So there is no epic release at this point with the Frostmire. And of course, right here it says the Frostmire is coming. That is coming on the 16th. So we have 2 more days till the Frostmire is going to be here. Now looking at this one, it is a Warrior Imperial Strength Terra. So again, I like the combination of that. I love the Imperials. There's a lot of buffs that do go together when you're looking at a bunch of modes. And we also know, looking at the Fox, it seems like a little bit of widespread area of effect. That ability that she had, a lot of freezing PvP aspect, definitely going to be in there. Now, looking at the origin and really the strength of this one, I love how he looks. He almost looks like a stout little dwarf, but I don't know if he's supposed to be a dwarf, just because his head looks a little bit oversized in the build right here. But let's look at these skills and abilities and see exactly what he looks like. A warrior with ferocity and strength. So the skills on the battlefield, formidable as physical strength. So he is going to be another physical damage dealing legendary hero. Savage Leap. Now this one's pretty interesting. Leaps into a densely populated area, dealing 250% as physical damage to nearby enemies, causing a knockback. So again, a little bit of crowd control. Afterwards, letting loose a mighty roar that reduces defense by 50%. Right there, this ability right off the bat, if you're in boss fights and you have the ability to reduce the enemy's defense by 50%, this is going to be an absolute priority hero when it comes to building up, because that is a massive defense reduction. If you're running a bunch of damage dealing physical heroes, this could be an absolute game changer when you think of the strategy of scoring in some of the top ones like the boss rush mode, and also looking at some of the other boss modes like the guild boss. The defense reduction in here could be an absolute game changer. So summon Wolf Shark, which it's kind of weird that they call them Wolf Sharks. Summons 2 Wolf Sharks. They inherit 60% of the attributes and revive 5 seconds after death. So if you kill them in 5 seconds, they are going to be revived. And it looks like over and over and over again. I don't know at this point if you level up these abilities, that one, is it going to do more defense reduction? Is it going to do more damage? Or are these Wolf Sharks going to come back even faster? Now, Perdition, mark the enemy with the lowest defense, which of course, if you're thinking single target in the way of a boss mode, this is going to be pretty good. Commands the Wolf Shark to attack. They will immediately leap to the target, dealing 520% of attack as physical and a stun. So again, thinking in the PvP aspect, if he's leaping right into battle, and then of course reduces the defense, then he has these Wolf Sharks that are in there, pretty cool. And then of course, Packmaster, 60% of damage dealt by him and his wolves is returned as HP. So you're going to have to really burst these things down. And if they do die, you only got a 5-second window till they're coming back to life, which again, depending on exactly where they are and how they look within this, within the gameplay, this could be a very big game-changing hero. Because if you're familiar with like our tank, it's pretty interesting when he has a little summon in there. They usually focus, and what I mean by them is the enemy usually focuses on the pet first, meaning the Wolf Sharks in a lot of different combat could take an incredible amount of damage from the boss. Then, of course, they're being revived every 5 seconds. So again, a very cool looking hero. And let's just take a quick snap at the Frostmire, guys. It is coming, like I said, in 2 more days, the Frostmire expansion, a game-changing update that will take advantage. And of course, the big thing in here is the tier 7 gear. Again, the 2 new heroes that are going to be coming down the pipeline. We know that you're going to be able to get them and summon them out of the shop itself, so you can go there just like we did with the last couple of heroes. We're going to have the ability, and then of course mark your calendars because it is coming down the pipeline when it comes to all of this gear. And you'll also notice there's a boss back here, which I'm assuming that this is a boss that you're going to fight within the Frostmire. Might be one of the final bosses to a stage. Now, players also speculated that this could actually be a beast that is coming. Now, we know beasts are kind of on the docket for next. First, we had the guild bosses, then we had the guild artifacts, then we had Frostmire. Now, what we're looking for and looking towards is the beasts that are coming. And I did hop over to Token Trove a little while ago and looking at the Guardian pets right here. This, of course, is available over on Token Trove. You can see that there has been a massive price increase for most of these, $27.39. You can see right down here. So a lot of players are really getting ready, and you can see they kind of dipped right there. But looking at all time, you can see that a lot of players are getting ready, and a lot of the purchase volume, even there, they bought 9 of them. A lot of the purchase volume is increasing, and that is kind of anticipation for what the pets are going to do and exactly how the pets are going to be, of course, implemented into the game. Now, me personally, I picked up all of these epic pets. I did not pick up any legendary pets, which kind of kicking myself right now because again, you can see the price was down and they're starting to increase. Even here, a lot of players bought a multitude, and I'm wondering if it's one player because it's 9 that it looks like they're knocking out and buying, maybe seeing the impact on pets and seeing exactly what it's going to look like with the cost of these pets, where it's going to go, what the impact is going to be. Because if you have these pets, and of course, we're thinking that you can put them in addition in formations with your regular guardians, meaning that they're going to get boosts out of there. You're going to get additional loot. But of course, we have the worker, which is going to give you more crafting, which a lot of players are looking for. Because in addition to getting out those guild buffs, you can also do some crafting in there. Now, within my guild itself, we do have one and only one slot as it sits right now in the FHG guild. So if you want to apply, go ahead and search for the FHG. That is the Furry Hippo Gaming, the FHG guild. We have one slot and we are almost to level, I believe, 6 as a guild. I think in the next day or two we'll be to level 6, which means we'll get another slot opened up to join the guild. And of course, you only have to donate every single day and be active. That's all I ask. If you're not the strongest player within the game itself, I am okay with it as long as it's the consistency of building up the guild. And of course, there is a massive rebate in return when you're in a guild because you pick up all the guild quests and you also get the rewards with the guild coins and the artifacts that we're going to be crafting pretty soon. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.